Good morning. What time is your appointment? Can I see your appointment letter and ID, please? Okay. You are coming on time. First you have to sanitize your hands with the hand sanitizer. And then I'll ask you a few questions about COVID-19. Now please answer me these questions truthfully. Have you ever had any symptoms of COVID-19? In cough, fever, or difficulty breathing? Have you been in close contact with anyone known or suspected to have COVID-19 in the last 14 days? Have you been instructed to self-isolate ourselves quarantine by a healthcare provider or public health authority in the last 14 days? Have you traveled out of the country within the last 14 days? Great. You may come in now. Please remember to keep your mask on the whole time, unless instructed. Please remember that once you are inside the building, follow signs and directions on where you need to stand, walk and sit. Come in, please. Good morning. Do you have an appointment? Show me your appointment letter, please. Please put your bag on the conveyor belt. Put any metal objects in the tray, and step through the metal detector. Please pick up your belongings. Take the elevator to the second floor. A customer service representative. She'll assist you there. You are welcome.
Good morning. Can I help you? Can I have your appointment letter and your ID, please? Okay, please take off your mask and look at the camera. I need to take your picture. You can put your mask back on now. Now can I have your left index finger on the scanner and then your right one? Thank you. Take your number, your appointment letter and ID. Please take a seat and wait until the officer calls you. And remember to keep your mask on the whole time, unless instructed otherwise, and practice social distancing.
Good morning. I am Officer Mark Phillips. Nice to meet you. Sit down, please. How are you today? I am good. Is it still raining? Have you been feeling anxious about this interview? Did you come here by yourself? Tell me, why did you come here? Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? Very good. Okay. Before start, I need to put you under the oath. Please stand up and raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down and take a seat again. Show me your green card, driver's license and passports. What is your full name? What is your last name? Have you used any other names before? Do you want to legally change your name? Are you a legal permanent resident? How many years have you been a permanent resident? Are you married to U.S. citizen? What is your social security number? What is your date of birth? What is your country of birth? What is your country of nationality? On what date did you become a permanent resident? Where did you become a permanent resident? How did you become a permanent resident? I'm going to ask you about your marital history. What is your current marital status? Yes. Are you single, married or divorced? How many times have you been married? When was your first marriage? What's your first ex-husband's name? When was Lan Lan Young born? When did you end your marriage? Do you have children? What is your daughter's name? Who would live with your daughter after your divorce? How old was your daughter when you divorced? When was your second marriage? What's your second ex-husband's name? When was Jay Fong Zhang born? Is he also the second marriage? Does he have children with his ex-wife? Who lives with this boy, mom or dad? Do you have children? When did you end your marriage? Who would raise the children after divorce? Tell me, when was your third marriage? What's your third ex-husband's name? What is Chun Xiaolan's birthday? How many marriages did he have? Does he have children with his ex-wife? Who lives with this girl, mom or dad? Do you have children? When was the divorce? Who would raise these two children after the divorce? Do you have a legal stepson or stepdaughter now? What is your current home address? How long have you lived at your current home address? Where did you live before? What is your home telephone number? Do you use email? Do you work? Where do you work? What is your occupation? How long have you worked there? What did you do in the past 5 years? Tell me 2 of them. What to sell as a salesperson? Have you taken any trips outside the US since you became a permanent resident? How many trips did you take? Tell me about your last trip. When did you leave? Where did you go? What was the purpose of your trip? Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen? Have you ever voted in any US elections? Do you pay your taxes every year? Do you belong to any groups or organizations? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Have you ever committed a crime? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been in jail or prison? What is jail or prison? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? What is a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been arrested, cited or deterred by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Okay. What were those for? How did you resolve it? Well, have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? What is prostitute? Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs or narcotics? Have you ever been deported? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance? What is the oath of allegiance? Very good. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? What is bear arms? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Do you promise that everything you have said during this interview is true? Give me a few minutes to check your documents. I'll need you to sign your application. Please sign here and then print your name. Thank you. Please review this form Let me know if it's correct. Check the spelling of your name and other information. Now we will start your interview with a civics test. Ready? In this test I will ask you up to 10 questions. And if you answer 6 correctly you will pass. Do you know this? Good. Let's begin. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? When must all men register selective service? During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? Perfect. That's enough. You answered 6 questions correctly and passed the civics test. Now we moved the English reading and writing test. We need to make sure that you are able to read and write in English. Please read the sentence on the tablet for me. Good. Now please write this sentence on the tablet. The flag is red, white and blue. The flag is red, white and blue. The flag is red, white and blue. Well, you passed the interview and I hope you will be a good citizen of the United States. Congratulations. This form is for you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. If my recommendation is accepted, you will be sent a notice in the mail of when to come in for your oath ceremony. Do you have any questions at this point? Great. Then I will escort you to the customer service area. You are welcome.